Hey, how's everybody doing tonight, man? Hope everybody's having a good time out there so far this year. Jim, sorry about that, man. That sounds terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, I think I'm getting foamitis. Oh, hey, Randy, how you doing? Ricky, Luke, Joel, Jim, everybody that's here. I know Victor was in earlier. I don't know. There, Marty. There's Marty. Marty. Went out and flew today. Got some nice flights in. Ah, it's the pills you took. Okay. Yeah, it's like I'm just taking. I'm taking some vitamins now. It's supposed to help joint pain, but I don't know if it does or not, man. So we'll see. Hey, Chucky, what's up, man? Good to see you, Chris. Make you a moderator to the channel, man. I'm just assuming you subs, but yeah, man, it's just been you know, I mean, there was a lot of nice days, you know, so far this year that would have been perfect for flying, but Linda was off, so I spent time around the house. We even mowed one day. So we got that first of the year mow job in there. Probably have to mow in a couple weeks. Rain, the field was wet. Our field, I drove on it, got it flattened down pretty well. Stuff, got some good flights in. Didn't do any damage. Didn't cause any damage. We tried to a couple times, but then that video I posted this today, the ESC, I shouldn't have flew, because it was, you know, I've talked about, you know, how when I was flying at the park and I was flying and it just cut out and came down at about a 70-degree angle and buried the nose like about 4 inches or maybe a little more than 4. Hey Keith, flew right into a big like 4-foot tall row of kudzu and stuck in the mud. Literally sticking in the mud at an angle like this. It was just sticking there in the mud. Oh man, I got lucky there. But yeah, you know, because I don't have like a little you know, the little internal antenna receivers in there. I've got a nice, you know, long antenna Eflite servo in there. But Keith makes some cool stuff out of metal, man. The Tin Man, yeah, and the Copper Man. He's the Copper Man, Luke. Yeah, I got a lot of videos. I don't know if we'll get to them all or not. I don't know, but let's give it a go. There's some really good stuff out here, man. I'm sure some of you have seen these already. We got Metal Scorpion FPV, man, and he did this. This one right here is just amazing. We're just gonna watch a little of it. This is a DJI drone with the new goggles, and because I asked him when he's gonna start doing some flying here, and you don't know exactly where he's at. And I said, weren't you worried about signal loss? And he goes, yeah. He goes, he was busy concentrating watching the OSD. When he flies through some of these little valleys and stuff. And this is supposed to be from one flight. This isn't many flights cut in. But man, when he comes down over the top of the hill there and swoops in, that's just amazing, man. It is just beautiful. Hey, 6S, how you doing, man? I'm busy watching this. Yeah, when he gets down in this, right here, I was trying to figure out where he was at, where he wouldn't get signal loss. I know if my FPV stuff might fly behind a tree, I would signal. That's just pretty cool, man. It's a good flight, good video, excellent. Yeah, because you know, wow, great flying. Were you worried about losing signal? Happy New Year, blah blah. And then his reply was like, down near the sea was very difficult because just 3 to 5 mbp. I guess that's the signal strength. Hey Victor, my eyes were on the OSD, not where I was flying. I was stiff as a rock. Happy New Year. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. He's using the new DJI digital system with its amazing range and stuff. It's pretty cool. He's got the he's got long range, and then he's got the DJI video system and the goggles too. Oh, really? You know, I didn't do a test. So, like right now, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me when I talk over the video, right? You're hearing me now, though. You know, I had problems because when I was doing editing that T7 video, I took the video from the ground where I was troubleshooting it and where I was recalibrating the ESC, and I took that video and took away only when the video plays. Okay, all right, I'll remember that. That was just great, man. But you know, I cut the sound out, and I thought I messed up, and I pulled my headphones on and off a couple times, and I was doing everything, you know, everything. I was doing all kinds of troubleshooting when the video didn't have any sound. That was a... Okay, here we got Mark Crutcher, man. And Mark has just been cranking on this thing, man. This is going to look absolutely fantastic. Let's take a little look at it.
You can be confident choosing Farmers Insurance. There's no need to knock on wood.
Welcome to the latest instalment on the build of the Fliar SE5A. Well, as you can see, it looks a little strange here that there's covering on part of the model, but I've been working on the engine bay cowling. I needed to cover it before I could actually attach these dummy engines. Now the key to this in the design is to increase the airflow for the 4-stroke engine. Now the engine actually protrudes from here, and this other opening, I believe, on the prototype.
That's pretty amazing, man, how Mark cut all that out, and well, you just got to check it out. It's amazing. It is just amazing. Boy, that makes me mad, man. That's what I get. I didn't test, man. I was sitting there. I was so bored. I was waiting to go on live, man. I was doing everything possible not to do anything, and it's just like, oh no. But then we got our guys at Fly High Ireland that usually does a lot of the DJI videos. It's pretty cool. But they were out flying the other day. See him just out having fun. That's how we'll watch of his. I don't want to cut him off or anything. It's kind of cool seeing them coming out and flying, because normally he doesn't film flights. Man, I know I can fix this pretty easy, but it looks like I lost a mic on this channel right here. Yeah, because I got the mic, mic aux. So if I go back, let's see. not gonna mess with it right now. I know I can fix it though. Greg, how you doing? Man, this is sad. I've got a lot of good stuff here. We got Ian, man. Ian was out. This is his most watched
inundated with messages again. It seems now that people are doing some mods and doing all the latest updates, and they're still having mega problems. So I'm gonna fly mine, tune in to see how it goes.
It's cold.
Roll the intro.
It's out there. Hey Tug, Bill, how you doing, man? Man, sorry I didn't do it. I knew I forgot to do something, man. Forgot to do my test. I could have fixed this. It's just missing the mic. I just got to add the mic back in. And I know I could do it, but in case I couldn't, you know. Anyway, he's got it all tuned up. He's got it all tuned up and flying well. It's in there. Hey, Mike. I think I'm going to get in a plane. I don't know what. Kind of torn between the 80mm T7. But I don't know. I don't know what I'll get. Now here we got Cliff Harvey, man. And he's putting out some flight videos here. And it's, I don't know, auto gyros. He's the only guy I've ever seen that really can fly auto gyros. I've seen people bring them to the park to fly, and they just didn't fly worth a hoot, you know. Hey, Snow. Yeah, that's... Oh, the video is loud. Okay, maybe I got the sound jacked up. We'll see. We'll cut over here. We'll play this.
Wow.
Hey!
Okay, now I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Morning, guys. Up at the field, and
There's Cliff. We won't watch too
I've
much
got
of his
the-
video because you guys need to go watch it.
the R1. Beautiful morning. Very, very light winds.
It's
blue
funny, you
skies,
see somebody really
red
bundled
feet,
up over
January-
there, over
January
here.
2nd, actually.
They're wearing boots.
So,
The ground
let's
must
get
be
it
kind
on.
of soggy because everybody's wearing rubber
let's
boots.
just test the controls. The dust. Oh dear, shameful.
That's just a great build Cliff did on that. That just looks nice. Needs a better looking prop.
Battery
though.
sits
It's kind of
up
a
in
scale
there.
looking prop.
There, like that. And then that goes and up.
That's how I fly
Holds it in
too.
Beautifully. See the differential I've got on the ailerons up, much less down. Switch 6 couples the rudder. Oh.
Hey John, how you doing, buddy? Chunky.
Freaky.
Yeah, it is, man. It's amazing.
I'm going to try landing approach.
5 hours later.
Well, it might be a touch and go.
Anyway, as you can see, Cliff's out there, man. They're having a good time flying. He's flying his DR1, man. That thing, that'd be like my pride and joy. Yeah, George, it is. Yeah, the Dancing Wings DR1 kit. Yep. Hey, MacDell, how you doing, buddy? John, yeah, doing, having a good time, man. Doing well. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yesterday, I hung around the house. Yeah, exactly, Snow. His auto gyro video is really good too. It's out there. You guys need to check that out. That's his best flying. That's his best flying. We'll take a quick look at it, but we're not going to watch it. Oh, I say that, and I got it already.
DR1 and
Somebody
my
calling
backfire.
for
Now I'm
something.
just going to have a couple of taxi trials with the Panther just to get a feel for things and
It's
see how she
just
goes. It may take off. We'll see.
Let's see. Cliff's going to talk about it.
And I'm flying it on my
There it is.
TX16. Which I'm going to. I've had the.
Yeah, that would be nice, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah. This, I saw this. This came up in
My name's Elwyn Roberts, and
this
welcome
came
to
up
my
in
channel.
feed right here, and I'm telling you what. We've watched some of his videos before, but this is amazing. The Mach loop in was it Wells?
Hi, drop shippers.
Let's kill this. I'm not going to play. I'm just going to clip through it because I don't want to. I mean, they look like they're, looks like they might feed their family on this video and stuff like that. So we're just going to. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the video. Pop that over there. But this is just amazing. Those jets. Well, this.
Reaper 1, flight of a forward 2F-15 to 2F-35 is established in the low fly structure.
Here's an F-35. But where's... It's just... F-15. It's just amazing, man. I'm telling you, that video is flat out and is amazing. And they've got like four C-130s come flying through there together. Some F-35s close together and stuff, man. And just zips through there, just zips right down below them. And looks like it's going to scrape right on the rock where all those photogs are hanging off of and stuff. But yep, it's in Wales. Let's cut back, and Elwyn are the links there. It's worth checking. That's the best 7 minutes and 9 seconds you're going to spend watching YouTube right there, is watching his video. And here we got Gina and the Hubster. They're going to move. They're looking at a March time frame for moving, but they're field flooded
and the field beyond. So, by popular request,
Hubster.
Here we are with a pair of USAF turbo timbers and with Brian Ford's special peccadillos. We're going to walk into the
Yeah, Brian Ford. There they go. That's how you beat cabin fever. Anyone UK there. Now Gina and the Hubster, man, they actually get out there. Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? Well, they're just out having fun, man. Those Gina and her husband Alan, they're they have fun out flying RC together and stuff. I just like it. I think it's funny. Yeah, they have to go waiting after their planes in there and stuff. It's worth watching. It's a fun video because they're cracking jokes and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, John, I bet you that would be great, man, seeing that. Busting the barrier. Since we got Jeff Nicholls has popped in, man, he's been... I don't know what the Oscar is for in England, but, man, Jeff's video, this is a There you have Jeff's video, man. It is great. It is spectacular, man. He does a good job, man. He does a good job on all of his videos that he does. But when he takes time, man, does these. It's just like a work of art, man. You know, he's done these before with tanks and stuff like that, and ground vehicles mixed in with planes and stuff, and it's just shoot, it's like better, you know. Battle of Britain is one of the free movies on YouTube. You know, you can watch. You know, and you kill the ads with the ad blocker and watch it and stuff. And that footage that Jeff has is just as good as what's in that movie. It's just amazing. All right, so now after that we need a break. So we're gonna have to come over here. We got GB Linden. This is his random reviews channel, and there's little baby GB. There's a little UMX GB.
A lot of toys.
And this rattle looks like a good baby rattle. That looks like it'd make a good cat toy too.
This seems to be the best $3. There she goes. The best $3 I have ever spent on her on anything. She's been for the last probably 10 minutes.
You know what?
Just flinging
I'm
her
dumb.
Arm with that thing.
Let's go back and look at this.
The best $3 I have ever spent on her on anything. She's been
just so
for
cute.
The last probably 10 minutes. Just flinging her arm with that thing.
She must look like Darcy.
Making it rattle. Check the links.
That'd make a good cat toy because cats could grab that and throw it up in there too.
But she can pass it.
But see, it's got the
from
little,
hand
they
to
can
hand.
grab it
She's
with the
8
holes and
months
stuff.
old today.
Anyway, that's GB's where he puts stuff on. You know, he's got an Amazon store and stuff. So, and he does reviews and stuff. And it's pretty cool. I mean, he does decent stuff, man. He's got stuff out there. Yeah, John, that was cool. Yeah, isn't she, George? She is cute as can be, man. I love how she was holding on. Hey, Duan, how you doing, buddy? All right, that's a great plane. Yeah. Yeah, I just got a, I think I got a lemon in there. I think I just have a lemon in there. Or one, no, I have one of the internal antenna receivers. That's it. That's it. And the FMS gyro thing, and I turn the gyro on and gyro off, and I can't really tell the difference, so I leave it on. It's not really doing anything. And the safe, I don't think I've ever put it in their safe equivalent, because all that does is it keeps it from churning as well. But I love flying that little plane, man. A little big plane. But then we got Andy's story box out here, man. This is a guy in California, man, Andy. First video I put on the channel of him was him using a ladder to climb over a fence to fly. When am I going to get the F-14? Probably never. That's $649, man. I get, you know, I'm like, no. That's just it, man. I want a jet, or do I want a plane? You know, I just don't know. Anyway, he took his son out. His son's like 6 years old or something
we are
like
back. For today's flight, we
they
have
went out
Rage
flying.
RC Tempest 600 right here
That's
at the
pretty
field, Eldorado Park. And there's a catch to this flight. I'm not flying it. Guess who's flying it? Gavin Louie. It's gonna be his maiden flight. He got this for Christmas. Right, Gavin? You ready for flight?
Yep.
How old are you, Gavin?
5.
5 years old. All right, we're gonna see how he does with the first flight. Right, Gavin?
Andy likes to talk.
All right, let's go. Let's get in the air, baby.
He's having fun. We'll watch him fly a little bit.
Okay, here we go, folks.
He does a really good
Rage
job,
RC
though.
Tempest.
Not using a buddy box or anything
Gavin's
like
gonna
that.
take off. Ready, Gavin? Are you ready? All right, give full throttle. All the way. Ready, Gavin? There it goes. Oh!
Whoa. Push and pull on that elevator is hard to
Yes.
learn when you're first flying.
Hey, this one. All right. Don't touch anything yet. Don't touch
He has
none
the
of these
skipping
yet,
down
okay?
pretty well.
I'll tell you when. Just give it throttle.
You gotta learn how
Okay,
to
ready?
skip and hop and stuff when you're
Don't
flying.
touch none yet. Ready? There it goes. All right, go left.
There he goes.
Yeah.
He gets a good flight in though.
There you go, Gavin. Keep
Actually
it left.
does a good job.
There you go.
You know, and he's got, you know, got all the first, you know, overcorrecting, oversteering and stuff, but you know, towards the end of the video, he does a nice job. He's doing well. I'm sure, you know, a couple of weeks of flying, man, and then he might be able to get out there and yeah, I saw that, Jeff. Yeah, I saw they didn't get it off. But from what I've seen on the videos, man, you know, like even people that fly off of a good hard surface, that thing takes a lot of runway to get up. It must be the way, you know, the aspect of the wings, you know, are kind of look like it's kind of down or a little bit in the front. And, you know, maybe if you could jack the front wheel up or a little bit, it might get up quicker. It's Eflite, John. Yeah, I'm sure they were able to fix the wing, man. They just had there's a little plastic like a knuckle that it pops into and it pops out, you know, pretty easy so you don't damage something. That was Andy, man. Andy out with his son. Then we got this character here, man. We got Ricky. We got Ricardo PR 54 out in Douglas, Arizona. And he's got he's doing some gear work here.
Ricardo PR54 channel.
Ricky's doing some gear work.
Today, I'm going to show
a good
you
video to see
how to replace the front landing gear axle of the Eflite 80mm F-16 Thunderbirds. So I've been researching the entire internet for clues on how to do that, because it seems to be really weird the way that Eflite designed this landing gear.
Hey Eric, how you doing?
This front landing gear comes with the...
We got Ricky in full surgery mode here. But hey Terry, how you doing, man? But it's worth seeing this video, man. He goes out there and he gets it done. He fixes the axle and stuff, and you know, it's interesting. It was worth watching. You know, I mean, because you know how anytime you have something that screws on a new plane, I don't know if they use Loctite or something like a Loctite where you got to, you know, like get out a hairdryer and heat it up a little bit to get the screws and bolts to come out. That would have helped him a little bit, but he did it. He did a good job, man. He didn't lose his seed clip. He tried to play hide the seed clip, but it was a good video. It was worth watching. I enjoyed it. I watched it while I was piddling around on stuff, but I paid attention to it. Full surgery mode. When it went down in the fuse, Ricky, I thought you lost it for sure. I'll tell you how you don't lose C-clips, man. E-clips, C-clips is on Amazon. You can buy an assortment of metric E-clips. It comes in a big tub, a tub about like this, one of those thick things that has all kinds of pillboxes in it. You get like about 10 or 15, 20 of each size. Man, ever since I bought that, I haven't lost them. I haven't lost one since. Yeah, Eric, the wing is supposed to break on that, man. Come off so it doesn't hurt and stuff. You know, so, but, you know, and he's got some other tips in there, Ricky does. And, you know, because I've never had to replace just an axle. Usually when I break a gear, man, I break a gear. You know, so, I mean, it's you know, it happens. Speaking of Litz, man, we got him in here, man. We got him working on his AT6 Texan.
Little update.
And I'm telling you what, man, he just
horizontal.
This is going to be one sick
right
plane.
Covered. And
when I say sick, I mean it's going to look fantastic. Now, is this muted? Because I have a bad habit of I always mute. I hope it's not muted. I always mute. I hate shorts. I mean, I like wearing shorts, but you know,
I got the trim tabs.
A little bit. Man, it just looks, all the detail he has in this is just amazing.
Alright, just an update. Alright. Haterlets.
There's the wing sitting up there.
Little update. I'm just got the...
Yeah, that's right. Reverse tread.
Horizontal stables.
Yep, reverse thread.
Covered and...
Yeah, that's something they don't tell you, man. I'd winch on that thing and probably just shred it. But look how, you know, we checked on this last week and it wasn't fitting very well. It looks like he's still got some final fit and finish to do, but that's looking great, man.
Just about done.
Yep, that is.
All right.
That's awesome. I think it's gone through twice now. We'll go ahead and we'll kill it. Yeah, we got RC Roland out here, man, taking advantage of the warm weather.
This is a story about a magical place.
Timber. I guess we're going to watch it.
Everything's amazing.
He's gonna hit some targets. Those are his plane targets for flying into and stuff. The little flip planes.
It's been a while
Looks
since
like
I did a video.
Next off of nice grass.
Checking out my little timber to
dodge.
Get ready for an indoor fly. See how it goes.
Yeah, exactly, Jeff. I love watching the AT6s at the air shows, man. Them and the T28s. The big rotary motors in there. Anyway, he has a great flight. He ended up crashing. We even get some dog action in there. You can hear the dog barking in the background. Dogs barking in the background. I got that problem all the time, man. Good links. There's good links in the show more section of this week's show. That's for sure, man. Then we got Chris over here. We got Chunky C's channel, man. He's got a nice channel. Yeah, that's what makes it interesting, man. Is when you got all that stuff to fly around. I like the way he's done his channel. That's pretty cool, man. I'm not sure what radio that is. That's what I was looking at as the radio. All right, and then he's kind of got a little thing going on here. Here's his channel, man. There, it's up there. That's what I was looking at. I'm sorry. Man, I got to pay attention instead of I'm just kind of like lost enjoying things. I like the new Challenger covering schemes too that OMP has done on their Challengers.
You see, hope everybody had a good holiday.
But he goes on. He has a
hope
little
everybody's
talk here,
getting ready
fireside talk.
Have a good New Year's. I wanted to come to you today and talk to you a little bit about something that I've been noticing, a trend that's going on with YouTube. This is kind of more targeted to the folks, the new folks that are in the hobby, who come on YouTube to get reviews of products or airplanes.
Looks like a nice one.
Pretty much anything that people come on YouTube to look for. Doesn't necessarily have to be RC airplanes. It could be anything from fishing gear or.
It's worth seeing out. And I like when he flies and stuff and
generator or whatever.
His opinion about,
I've been on YouTube a really long time, even before I started this channel. Kind of researching how people do their channels, how they do their formats. How they lead into stuff, just
there you go, man. You check him out, man. Like I said, he's got great videos and stuff, man. Like his flying, he does unboxing and stuff. Where's his? Yeah, we watch this when he's out flying with his buddies on the Bighorn and stuff, and he's got a nice group of people that he flies with and stuff, and he does a lot of stuff, man. All right, man. All right, Jeff, man. Have a good night and have a great Friday. Thanks for stopping by, man. Just dream of greasy landings and smooth flying, man. Yeah, that's a nice radio. I was sitting there, I was looking at it, I was going like, it doesn't look like a Radio Master. It doesn't look like a Fly Sky, or any other skies, you know. You know, I was looking at, yeah, nothing wrong with Futaba, man. Nothing wrong with any of the radios. They work well. Heck, even the guys that fly the old FM and the AM radios, in most part, they don't have any problems unless someone jumps on their signal. An occasional interruption from some unknown force. Speaking of unknown forces, here we got John Newts Airborne RC, and he's been flying the P-40 Warhawk, and you know, I mean, Kenny Hangar 51, he has this plane, and I've watched it fly in person. Is it the fastest plane? No, it's not the fastest plane. But it looks good in the air. It looks scale.
So this is a follow-up video for the P-40.
It looks scale in the air.
A lot of people ask me what the capabilities are. So
the props just look small, man.
I'll make a video this week, and
I think that's what he's going to address.
Go ahead and show you guys the loop, the roll, flying inverted. We did have a snafu, and you'll see in the video, I don't edit anything out, where the canopy flew off.
Hey, Randy, you never leave, man. You never leave. You're never leave.
The loop didn't fly off, or the roll, it just decided to fly off. So I went ahead and landed it, and put some double stick tape, got it right back up in the air to finish the video.
Got that from Nanner Hobby.
Hopefully you guys like the capabilities of this plane. Noon's out.
It's a great looking plane in person. We're going to get some here in a minute, man.
Get some!
There we go.
Sir.
Taking off. Takeoff flaps.
Now we're going to go ahead and use our takeoff flaps. And she's up in the air. And remember, she takes about 3/4
Anyway, he goes out and he does a lot of aerobatics and stuff, man.
And once we rotate that gear, that will shift the CG to the rear.
I was surprised how light it was.
Basically, in this video, everybody wanted to see what you can and
hey,
cannot
Philip, how
do,
you doing,
and that's
man?
basically what we're going to do here.
We'll watch him do one thing here.
We're just going through and retrimming the plane from the last flight.
I don't know how fast the P-40 was.
And there's your roll, everybody.
Okay, there you go. 366 miles an hour. That was top speed, so yeah. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Huh. Not bad. How fast was a Mustang? I know this varies. Okay. So it was about, what is that? Yeah, maybe 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour slower than a Mustang. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, exactly, John. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, it's a lot slower. But, I mean, you know, you go to the air show and you see the old birds fly, and some of them look real slow going through the air. You know, like your AT-6s and your T-28s. They don't look fast. But the prop, to me, that prop on that LX plane has always looked too small. That's what I've got against it. And, you know, I mean, it's not against it. I mean, it's a great plane. The foam feels really well. I mean, Kenny's got a lot of flights on his. He was out there flying it and stuff, and landing it in the wind and crosswinds and everything else, you know. And we got our young man in the St. Louis area. He was out playing with his P-51D. Do his intro here. His intro's not bad. He's out at the grass field. They fly at this field occasionally. I like his the one with the pavement. We'll just watch him take off, but he has a great flight. It's a great flight, man. He does a good job, man. He's having fun. They're having fun.
All right.
Boom, nothing wrong with that takeoff.
You showed me that one.
Kyler has a great flight, man. He does a good job out there. One thing I noticed about, you know, like on grass that's kind of rough and stuff, you don't want to have your flaps down when you're trying to roll on grass, because the friction of the wheels causes the plane to pitch up, and the flaps help pitch it up and over, because the wheels, they catch on the friction, and it causes it to pitch up and stuff. And, you know, like, so if the ground's really rough, you'll have a better chance of getting taken off with no flaps than you will if you have your flaps on, you know, to get rolling anyway, because it just changes the whole balance of the plane and rotates the rear end up and over the CG and then the wheels, and then your prop goes down and hits the ground. You know, that's what I've discovered about using flaps to take off on grass. I fly a lot of grass. Off a lot of grass. Yeah, no. Just a little tip there. At least that's what's worked for me. Other people, you know, I'm not an expert, because, you know, conditions are always different and stuff. But Kyler's got big plans for this year. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means he's going to start flying RC out of a full-scale plane. But fine young man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Eric. That's what the Tigers use their weight and stuff and use the diving speed to their advantage. Exactly. Stuff that's pretty cool. Then we got a kind of a younger pilots theme going here when I was putting all these videos, looping them together and stuff. And then we got Aerospace Matt, man. I like Matt.
And welcome back to Aerospace Matt. So
you can tell he's an RC geek, man. He's got his RC geek shirt and stuff, pilot shirt.
So, you may recall my X-29. Now, I tried to fly that on a 70mm.
Oh, this isn't the one I wanted.
Unfortunately, that didn't work.
I hit the wrong one. This is the one I want, right here.
When you stay at a Verbo,
yeah, this is the one.
You always get the whole home.
You ready for the Tomcat? Here's the big reveal.
God, he doesn't unboxing.
Okay, so I got all the through the port assignments.
He makes an adjustment.
And I had to look at that awesome wing sweep. We're gonna put them back full now. I just want to show you what happens in case you lose signal. That's right. Automatically, see? I'm in system setup. And we're gonna reacquire the signal.
That's pretty neat. I'd never seen anybody demo that before. Never seen anybody demo that, you know, that if you're flying the little Tomcat there and you lose signal, it goes to wings out. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I kind of like how they're set up because, you know, when things go bad, you want things to fail that are easy to fix, cheap to fix, easy to fix. You know, that's what my buddy that used to do a lot of street drag racing, like his fail point on his car was the U-joints. You know, that was the wink link in his drive line was the U-joint. You know, so if he didn't do stuff right, he'd break a U-joint, not tear up, you know, the transmission or rear end or anything like that. Hey, Lyndon, how you doing? Anyway, I thought that was interesting. And then he goes out and he gets his flights in. Stuff, and it takes off, it flies. He even puts a camera on it. You know, he's got a flying around with the camera here. Let's see, where's it at? Right here. Yeah. So that's something you don't see. You don't see in a lot of the videos. And I guess it would help if I showed it to you. Yeah, he even flies like right here with a camera on it. Jeez. I don't know what's wrong, man. I guess I've been outside more than I've been inside today, so I've got fresh air itis. Anyway, hey, check Matt out, man. He's got a different take. It's a different take on the F-14. You know, he does a different take on the F-14, and I think that's kind of, you know, you see, you know, just about everybody's YouTube channel has an F-14 video. Speaking of F-14 videos, there's Adam with he's got fine videos on the F-14 too, and stuff like that. Good tips and things. I like your little holder thing is kind of like what I've done on my planes with popsicle sticks. I use popsicle sticks. You know, I'll slit and put them in, you know, so they're just barely sticking down to where I can get them, you know, for throws and stuff. Yep, the balsa. Yep, the old man's 3D printer, man, making stuff out of balsa. But check Adam out, man. Adam's great, man. Him and his wife Heidi, they do fantastic videos and stuff. So if anybody's watching this that hasn't seen Adam Model Aviator's channel, there it is. It's worth checking out. Adam does a great review on planes and such. Garrett, how you doing, buddy? He does a flat-out job. Speaking of Garrett's, Garrett, we got Garrett, and we have Garrett. Yeah, because I use those. I've done that on a, you know, like my F-15 has popsicle sticks on the sides, not in the center, but on the edges of the plane where I can grab them and throw it that way, and that works great. And I like that center, you know, because it doesn't take a hard throw to get a plane to fly. You know, it's just like, you know, I got to remember to lock my elbow because I don't have a hard, you know, I don't have my, you know, high 80s fastball anymore and low 90s every once in a while. I don't have that anymore, you know. So I got to remember to lock my elbow to get, you know, to get that leverage when I chuck that F-15. But let's get back to business here, man. Enough old man talk. Here we got Garrett, man. They're out there with the best RC fields in the Southeast, the best in the Southeast, I would say. Yeah, not just because of the field and the location, because of the people. His family are part of that reason. Luke, Scott, Mark. That's a beautiful plane in person. It's got a nice sound to it. Garrett's flying cool. Yes, no, you got somebody that can film you and stuff. Yeah, it's nice. You know, I don't begrudge them for having that. You know, I mean, that's fine. I think the key is everybody tries to do the best they can with what they have to work with. That's my goal. You know, I fail sometimes. I fail a lot. I keep trying for perfection. Yeah, I think it would. Oh, watch Garrett land. I don't want to give away the whole farm here. That's a big plane. I'm telling you, that's a big plane. Then we got Joe Hester flying his mosquito plane. But man, Garrett, Luke, Bert, Mark, Tony, Scott, all the guys out there, Keith, Garrett, and all the guys, everybody out there is just great, man. There's a few people, you know, like everybody else. We got all personalities on Wacko Day. It's pretty good, man. Phew, man, I've been talking too much here, man. We'll get the spike of likes out here. Let's see who's here. Yeah, Ricardo, you guys do a good job out there too, buddy. You know, taking turns videoing each other and stuff. That's great. Yep, you guys do a good job. Yep, that's a fact, man. I like watching you guys have fun. That's what part of it is. Just, you know, you guys yakking it up, ribbing each other and stuff, and that's what I miss flying with my buddies, man. Is, you know, you never got away. You know, you think you could, you know, if you did a 80 touch and goes and you messed up 3 of them, you heard about those 3 bad ones every time. It was fun. And then we got Martin, man. He took his
hey, my name is
Erotica out
Christian,
for a
creator
Maiden.
of the original light bar. There are a lot of headlamps out there, but none of them.
And I don't know. I think his CG was off, man. I think Martin's CG was off. Look where he's got his battery. Is that battery too far forward? Because it just playing the whole video, he was fighting it, man. He was just fighting it compared to what I've seen other people fly it anyway. But see where his battery is right there? Linda's good at doing videos, but she just doesn't enjoy doing it, man. And I like Martin. Martin seems like he'd be a great guy to hang out with. Model Aviator has great videos on the setup of this plane too.
Fight on safe select, I think. Okay.
We're just going to watch him take off. Because he flies pretty far away. But the takeoff just kind of tells you about the whole flight. See, it just... I don't know. It's just...
Oh boy.
Just the way it flies and everything. And the way he's fighting it in the video and stuff. It just seems like to me like his CG was kind of wonky in it as for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I got this idea from, oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh, he used to do that a little bit when he had his show. In fact, he was one of the first ones of the, you know, like the Rat Pack to do a live show and stuff. And, you know, and him and his wife, they would do this, and people would post videos and stuff, and they would go out and judge landings and stuff like that. And I just thought it was kind of nice. You know, I could sit here and read the chat and stuff. Why he hates the hobby? Well, I don't know, Marty. She knows where you're at. She knows what you're doing, man. You're gonna be flying RC airplanes and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to get in real trouble. Yeah, I like flying my Hacker Zoom XL. I like flying it. It's a flat foamy, but it's real light, man. It's got light. It's real light wing loading and stuff like that. And the thing's just like it's like flying a feather around. We got another guy here. Good old Travis Thompson, man. He's flying arrow, and he's out there flying. He's flying in not the best locations. He's flying in some tough locations to fly. I know I've flown in enough parks and tough places to fly that you can tell Travis is one of those that's doing really well for being out there flying where he's flying. The Redemption flight. That's the one that I put in the.
Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to I Think I Can Fly RC. You guys are back here today. I got the Mirage. Finally got my new landing gear, but the mount broke on the landing gear, guys. And let me show y'all what I did. I don't know if the camera's pointing right, but if you can see, I put a piece of aluminum right here. It's a piece of metal. Because when the thing hits, that mount's broken, all that's twisting. So I put that piece of metal in there and hot glued it in there. So I don't know if it's going to work or not, guys. But we're going to see. So
I don't know,
without
Eric.
further ado, let's get this thing up.
I disagree, but I'm not a good 3D pilot.
Everybody say a prayer for me because I don't know how this is going to work. So
you see his
anyway, guys, let's get her going.
Boom. That's Travis, man. Check him out, though. He's having fun out there. He flies in some tough places, man. Yeah, his video volumes are loud. I know that. Yeah, it's like. Plus, I don't know what I got my volume on. I think my volume is set kind of high. Now I got it set low there. Here I got it at 17. I'll drop it down a little bit. There we go. Adjusted that, but oh yeah, I mean, some people just take right to it, but like 3D, you got to work at. You got to, like Adam says, you got to. And my buddies that fly 3D, they say the same thing. Get a foamy profile plane, Jeff. Fly it 4 feet off. Keep it 4 feet off the ground till you can hover there for a battery. Just you're gonna have to whack it, fix it, whack it, fix it, fix it, whack it. So you can see the surfaces and and everything. But I enjoy. I can kind of sort of hover when I really want to, but most of the time in the videos I'm goofing around. I was like, yeah, I always say, like whenever I fly one of my flex planes, that those guys are gonna, come back and put an injunction on me not to fly their planes on videos anymore because I do such a bad job of flying 3D.
Hi, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here in the North Pole to remind you the holidays are a mad.
We'll kill it this way. Oh, you did fly it. I didn't. I saw this video, but I hadn't watched it yet. So how you doing, Randy? You snuck in there. Of course, I miss people coming in. Yes, I've got a table. Got a table there. Garrett, got a table already. I don't know which children are going to go on it, but. Ooh. 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 I know that look. That was kind of a weird one there, man, Randy. Oh yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's just pretty good. I mean, some people are just pretty natural at it, and they're just good at doing it, man. That's just takes practice, man. Practice. That's just it. I didn't grow up playing video games. My kids' video games, I was horrible at the Nintendo controllers and everything like that. The only game I liked playing was, I think they had a NASCAR game, then I had to have the wheel and everything, and they would beat me using the normal controllers and stuff. It's just amazing. We got 6S, man. He's out there. and he's working on his jets. He's putting the steering on. It's pretty cool, man. And I've had buddies that have had this. I've never put it in myself. It might help my ground landings better when I'm hand tossing them. That's a nice one. Sweet. Sweet. That jet looks familiar. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Nice. Nice jet. All right, we'll see what we got dropped in here, man. Yeah, I was almost going to put this up, Ricky. I almost, and then I saw you. You did your. Then I saw your. This is what I had saved until I saw your strut fix. I thought that was pretty good too. You did an excellent job flying this one. Absolutely excellent. Sweet. This thing has a sound too. In fact, somebody was running a small car on their hardwood floors in their house, and I was thinking. In fact, I commented. I said, "Man, if we had hardwood floors like that, and I was running an RC car or truck on it, Linda would kill me." I'd probably wake up with all my fingers broken. He has an excellent flight, though. I think it just sounds nice. We'll cheat down to here. It's windy. It's gusty. It's getting greasy. That was a great flight, Ricky. That was great, man. That was great. Yeah, somebody did, and I had it in the list, and I took it out. I can't remember whose it was. I think it was Tim Toutant. Or flying times Tim, you know. So yeah, I was gonna say, you could tell it was really windy there, man. You could see, you know, like in the pre-video and during the video, if you looked around and watched stuff blow around and stuff, and you know, that's what's nice flying in that area where you can kind of rotate around or where you can kind of land in the wind and stuff. That's pretty good. What the heck is this, man? Oh, it's a ship. Okay, I don't even care. Not even gonna go after it. I like Maple Motors, Muscle Car, Nick, and those guys in there. Spend the night with near Perry. We get a room. We get a room. But since they cut it down, since it's no longer, you know, it's no longer Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now it's just Saturday and Sunday. You know, so we'll come down. I don't know what, I can't remember what time. If we just stayed Saturday. Did we just stay Saturday night last year? No, we stayed Friday. Perry. Yeah, she's not here. She's in the bedroom. I can't remember. It's not like getting there early, but it was a regular foo bar last year getting in. And we got Joe, Drone Man. and he had problems with the sound system.
Millions find a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov so they can enjoy more visits.
Not happy with customer service and stuff. We're going to kind of go past.
It's Joe Man Productions. Today I was up at the RC field with Angel, and we took out my B-24 bomber that we installed a RC sound system into it to give it life. Talk to you a little bit about these RC sound systems. I had bought the sound system from Motion RC. Had a lot of issues with it. Okay, lots of issues. A lot of problems and everything. It wasn't working right. A lot of exchanging this, that, and everything. And we finally said, enough is enough. All right. A month and a half, 2 months into getting parts that just weren't working right. So Angel knew of a guy out in Canada that makes a really, really excellent sound system. It's a superior system. It sounds excellent.
All right.
So go ahead and fire it up.
Oh, shoot, man. That's why I did it again.
RC video is that when you take your throttle stick and you go up.
I'm sorry, man.
That just weren't working
right.
So Angel knew of a guy out in Canada that makes a really, really excellent sound system. It's a superior system. It sounds excellent. Much better than the Motion Mr. RC sound.
This is the flight line.
Flight line, I'm sorry. This is the one. I don't even know what plane I own. Angel, we got it all set up.
Hey, Roach, how you doing,
Brand
buddy?
new sound system in it. Hopefully
We'll
this
just watch him take
roll,
off.
and we will let you
They have
see.
an excellent
This is going to
Maiden,
be
yeah.
our official Maiden flight. So go ahead and fire it up. Through the snow. Oops, something fell off. What the hell was that? Oh, we lost the sticker. I can hear it. But boy, it looks beautiful. You can see those engine cowls really nice.
You want to use a lot of rudder.
A lot of rudder over.
There they go, man. That sounds, for a sound system, that sounds pretty cool, man. And it's different than the one that Mr. I don't know, what they sell at Motion. It's made in Canada. Probably it's some kind of custom guy that Angel knows. Because Nevada 8 Angel is in the custom, he builds custom carbon fiber boats, he sells them and stuff, and that, you know, so he knows a lot of people that do that kind of stuff, that kind of work and stuff. But it sounds great. I mean, my buddy had that in one of his planes. He had an AT6 with that sound system. I can't remember who sold it. I think Motion sold it or something like that. And it sounded fine, but I mean, you know, after watching him fly it, you know, I don't know, maybe somewhere after the 6th to the, you know, 15th or 20th time, you know, it was just like, oh, okay. But I can see why people like them, though. I mean, you know, it's just, to me, it's just, I don't know. To me, it's something that adds weight and uses battery. Hey, Roach, how you doing? But, and what Joe does is he gets new planes and he'll put them together, and then he goes out with Angel, and Angel goes over his planes for him, which is smart. I used to do this too. And Angel will take it up and make sure everything is trimmed, and then, you know, Joe will fly his Maiden on it and stuff. I did that when I first learned, you know. That's Dave. We had a guy, you know, Dave, and his name was Test Pilot Dave, because everybody used him as a test pilot, because he could fly his plane. He could fly any plane out of whack. It didn't matter, and he was good. And my buddy Rick was another person that was good. You know, he was meticulous at setting planes up, and he would look at it for me. And, yeah, Jeff, you know, you don't want to use the trim in your radio. You want to make sure you mechanically trim everything. You know, it's always best to mechanically trim, which is, he's right, you know. I mean, that's how I still fly to this day, you know, because it's smart advice and it works well. But, you know, those two always have a good time when they go out and fly. And I'm sorry he had troubles from motion and stuff. And, you know, but I know, like, I have problems with people, you know. I just try not to let it hang on for years and years and years, you know, just... Maybe it was a bad person on the phone you were talking to, or maybe they were having a bad day. But, yep, we're almost through here. And my good buddy over there, Rage. We'll go to the video, Jeff. Go to the video. And what he's doing is, you know, the FMS planes have reverse thrust on them. And I noticed some of the motion planes are now too. Oh. They're having reverse thrust. We might as well just watch this.
It's thrust reverse, and no one knows about it.
There you go. He's got a nice intro. I don't mind that at all.
So the other day I was messing around inside the canopy of my FMS Rafale here, and I found this little yellow wire just hanging out inside here. On the free wing 64mm F-16 that is marketed for thrust reverse, there's a little yellow wire, just like this guy here, that's inside the canopy of that plane. And in the manual, it tells you plug this yellow wire to an available channel in your receiver and assign it to a switch, and there you have thrust reverse. So when I saw this little yellow wire hanging out here inside the canopy of the 64mm Rafale from FMS, I thought, maybe this plane has thrust reverse. So I went ahead, plugged it into my receiver there, and sure enough, boom, it does have thrust reverse. As you see, the wire here is attached to the lead of the ESC. And all you have to do is assign that to an available channel on your receiver, how you doing, there. Man? We're out looking assign at your that channel to a switch, and you have activated thrust reverse. I think all that P40 needs is a better prop, man. That prop looks so small. Now you're not going to find this in the manual. You're not going to find that that's what I thought when I was looking at Kenny's too. Because our field is grass and
the prop is what
a little too rough for these wheels. So yeah, we're going to give this little parking lot a shot.
It doesn't look ridiculous flying that way. They were kind of a slower wheelbase. Early generations.
All right, and she's up.
Oh, the gear on that is awesome. The
sun is going down a little bit here.
They no longer have that little wire gear on it.
Just gonna keep this kind of calm here today, because like I said, I haven't flown here before. I'm just really just checking out.
Anyway, he has a great flight. Let's see. We'll go back here. He's just mainly doing landings. Yeah, this is the landing. This landing coming up here is
the silhouette model here.
Yeah, here it comes, where he remembers to use. He forgot to use.
Timer.
He forgot to use reverse thrust.
Let her come in.
It's one of them tricky fields. You got poles, you got trees.
Throttle off.
Nice landings there.
And she's down. And thrust reverse.
And reverse thrust.
All right, and she is stopped.
Yep, Rage is kind of like me, man. He's out there flying in a park, a little park area and stuff. Pretty cool. So I like his channel. I like his stuff. Ah, it has the it has the heavy duty. That's nice. Huh. Wow, nice, John. You gonna put a big 4-stroke in that thing? Yeah, because Jeff's custom, man. If you hadn't, in fact, I got his videos right here and stuff, man. He's I don't know why he floats to the top, but I didn't grab him for this week's show or anything like that. But I'm just going to pop it out and stop it right there. I'm not going to play it, but if you hadn't seen Jeff's Maiden, well, Jeff wasn't doing the flying. His buddy Yoda Ogden, but they call him Augie. Now, I was a little snarky here, but it was in fun. I said, Ogden, great maiden flight. Now maybe Jeff will fly it. Just kind of a little poke at him. Nothing mean about it, because I know Jeff gets out and flies and stuff. So I just thought it was funny. I just thought that was good. Let's see, we'll cue Jack up. We'll see what snow pumped in here.
Man, if you don't hurry up.
Dude, I know, I'm moving like an old man. Hey, check it out. Got the Yak 130, ready to roll. Got a GPS nestled inside right there. And I think it's time for us to
radar gun.
Get it going. I mean, we're ready to do this thing, right?
We're losing daylight, so we gotta get this bird to air, ladies and gentlemen.
Going. You ready?
They usually hold it up.
All right,
so
boys and girls, like and subscribe. All right, here we go.
Let's do this.
Time to do a speed trial. Let's roll.
I'm guessing 90, 95?
95? All right, we'll see. Up and away. Here we go. And it's golden hour, too. Really do roll pretty well. All right, let's get on out there.
Take off.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to hit us taking off, do you?
I think we're good right here. You ready? All right, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Speed trial time.
Check us out Thursday nights, YouTube, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2100 World Time. We go live, just me and Bobby, called Plane Talk.
You got it, man. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Full throttle and rotate.
And there they go. Yeah, they have nice videos. I watch them. I don't watch them every video they put out and stuff, but I watch them. I like Bobby. Bobby seems like a nice guy, and Jeff too. Stuff, but just the few times I've been in their live stream, I won't go in their lives. I don't go to their live streams during Kenny's or anything like that. But like when Kenny wasn't doing them, I went over there. But they just never really chatted much or said hi or anything like that. So I just kind of, I got things I can do and stuff. Yeah, that should be great, John. Okay, so you're going to make it electric. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I would too. The guys at the field, they're always like, when are you going to get a 4-stroker and stuff like that. I mean, gas. I'd like to do it, but I just don't want the mess, man. Shoot, man. They got like a camper top on their truck, and it smells like gas in there and stuff. And the ones that haul it in their nice vans and stuff, they got like little plastic things they put the planes on and stuff. And I'm sure you could do it and not make a mess, but I just don't know. I mean, I can just see having a car with a gas smell in it. I don't think that would fly too well with Linda. Then we got our good buddies here, Jack and Chris, man. Jack 78 and Big Chris that are in there. They're flying out there in the Hudson Valley area. They're not too close to West Point. Not too far from West Point whenever I was stationed out there, and I saw their normal field they fly at. But they're out here at this Medina Park. I have no idea where that's at out there. I never remember seeing it. But just like it was like the day after the 2nd or something like that. It was one day this weekend where a bunch of them came out, met out the field, and just got together and flew different planes and helicopters and. They do a lot of hand tossing of like 70mm jets, like the gentleman that we just saw in the video there on the left. He's flying the 70mm F-16, hand tossing, belly landing it. They took off the venturial fins that I worry about flying without. But they're just out there having a good time, man.
That handles pretty well, Walt.
It's a long video, but you know they're doing many flights and they yickety yak and stuff, and it's pretty good. Out there in the Hudson Valley of New York, having a good time flying in winter. Whew. Balsa, it's not. I've been working on my plane, man. I was going to shoot a video, but we're still in the thinking phase, man. It's not hard. You just, you know, cut, glue, sand, shape. I think it does. I think it does for a fact. Eat foam. Eat holes in foam. But yeah, balsa. I mean, my buddies, man. You know, they talked me into. Well, they actually gave me a balsa plane to fly, which I destroyed. And then I had other balsa planes, and they helped me fix them and stuff. I mean, covering, you know, you got to have an iron and stuff. But you just peel the covering back and just glue it back together, and you know, use other pieces of balsa to support the brake, and cut the brake out and splice in some good one. It's coming, Terry. It's coming. I worked on it yesterday, and I was getting ready to start putting the servo boxes in to hold the servos. In fact, I got a servo right here that I was using for the size to figure out where I'm going to put them, because it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you where to put the servos for the tail. I was going to build a box up under the wing and run tubes back, but I'm going to put them. I'm going to do like the OMP does, and I'm going to put the servos near the tail, near the rudder, and in the fuse at the side. But before I did it, I got to figure out where the horizontal mounts, so I don't, you know, I got to get everything planned. Yeah, I've been using. In my first plane, I used a lot of CA. And this one, and then I got Elmer's wood glue and tight bond. And both of these work well and stuff. Oh, Lyndon, the weather is horrible. It was 65 today with a wind in the teens. I've got about like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these gray sweatshirts. And I was out there in my gray sweatshirt, and I was kind of hot. Yep, it was kind of hot out there, but it was nice. It's been beautiful, man. It was even better like the first New Year's Day and the first were no wind and 70s. But I didn't go fly. It's getting late, guys. I need to get ready for Kenny. But you know, if you hit the likes button on the way out, thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for watching the videos. I'm amazed every time. And it's just great. Greg, the hotels aren't they're pretty cheap there in the Perry area, you know, for that. We're staying there, but it's just been great. I've just been having a good time flying, trying to fly as much as I can, videoing, you know, maybe not all the flights, and I'm videoing less of the flight. I'm kind of trying to keep it around 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll stop, cut the cameras, and then we'll fly. Michael, how you doing, man? We'll see everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing and coming by, man. This is Jeff saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want stickers, Jeff X Fly RC, send me your address. I'll send you some stickers. The Sticker Mule had a hologram sticker, so I went ahead and I got some of those coming too. But you know, Perry, Georgia. Perry, Georgia is. It's only about 2 hours from our house, 2.5 hours from our house. It's kind of in the southwest central. It's about maybe an hour south of Atlanta, and it's good. It's just Perry, Georgia, swap meet. That's all you got to look up, man. Just Google that and it'll pop right up there. Perry, Georgia swap meet, and it's great. Thank you guys. Buildings, 4 big buildings full of stuff, plane stuff, motor stuff, you name it, it's there. That's where I got my Carbon Z T28 for $250, and it flies magnificent. All right. Yep, you want stickers, man, that's just send me my email, Jeff X Fly RC. I'll mail them to you free, man. So thanks, guys. We'll see you. Bye.